director for urban roads.
Transport Ministry.
Department of urban roads. We are under Ministry of Transport.
This is the opposite of the highway.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then civil servants, more efforts and kind.
And then once we are this month, we have realized that they are
I see.
They're meeting the wrong people on this one.
And of course, the first business is the number child and
The meeting was in the private residence of the president in Nima to plead for clemency and to state his side of the allegations being leveled against him by the party communicators and a section of the media. They explained their mission in detail while denying the allegations of partisan leanings against the director of urban roads. The president took notes in his diary while he explained their mission.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, Nana. I'm saying, maybe the Tana Canal de Moa. Yes, yeah, Mama Buziasi. Show videos be our training and have military for into Your Excellency and the pay by your chronoble, a larger bus, and since we are in a month for Hana, see a new office or your politics, and so on your politics office or a civil servant. On the Bonibia or hot dance, and so turn a month for time. I almost say a begin Africa. Say, Yamra, and the power to man, and can cry a woman chill. Na could be a form. Na time more time or no. One more a year.
He gave an amount of $40,000 concealed in a brown envelope on behalf of the director of urban roads to the president. Ambassador Ejay Bewa, seeing that the president was writing at the time, took the money from the man and handed it over to the president. President AKUFFO ADDO received the money with both hands while beaming with smiles.
Or need the hour the $40,000 in from real. Now the good to do from the position of manual almost science from Madame.
Okay.
To put a name on the money, President AKUFFO ADDO requested to have one. The woman asked her brother whose name to give the president. She spoke in Dagbani. She offered to give her name and spells it out for the president, who gladly writes it out in his diary.
So I need to have a name.
Yeah.
So when you live here,
yeah.
how's your Fauzia?
Fauzia.
S-A-W-Z-I.
Yes.
Money has changed hands. The atmosphere is now less tensed and familiarity has been established. It is indeed a small world.
The new chief will come back. Great friend.
Okay, this man.
Oh,
he's my uncle.
He's your uncle?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
this man.
He's my good friend. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you very much for having us.
No problem.
After this meeting and the subsequent exchange of $40,000, the incessant calls for the removal of Alhaji Dr. Abbas Awolo from office ceased, and Alhaji Abbas continues to be the director of urban roads to date. At a media encounter in 2018, President Akufo Addo told journalists that his administration will require watertight evidence of corruption against his appointees before any action can be taken.
A lot of allegations in our country about people in office, many of them when you probe turn out not to be the case. If we had to go along with all the allegations, we'd have a plethora of cases, many of them the courts would not support. So the statement that I have made, all kinds of allegations have come to my notice and come to the notice of my government, and there are thorough investigations going forward. That I will not accept prosecutions being brought just in order to satisfy the appetite of people that people should be prosecuted. They're going to be brought because they have been well documented, well researched, well documented. There's strong evidence of wrongdoing which a court of law can reliably use to convict people.
We provide the unedited video of the meeting between the president, the woman, and Ghana's ambassador to the United States of America. Thank you for your attention. God bless Ghana. God bless Africa.
Anyone who wants to tackle corruption must be willing to go all the way.
This is a story that reveals the extent to which bribery is endemic in Ghana. It gives you an insight into how some people retain their positions or lose their jobs. This investigative story starts as an everyday corruption in the civil service, but ends up, surprisingly, at the doorstep of the very high and mighty. The story tells you why Ghana is struggling with the corruption fight. Because the very people to lead by example are neck deep in it. The practice of sacking political appointees of the previous government is a well-known subculture in the body politics of Ghana. Former government appointees automatically leave office with the president under whom they were appointed. However, the same cannot be said for civil servants or persons who work directly under the Ghana Civil Service. The civil service is a non-partisan institution insulated from partisan influences. In spite of the established neutrality of the civil service, some politicians still find means to influence recruitment, transfers, and promotions when their political parties win elections. They go any length to get their preferred people to be moved into positions of authority in order to influence decisions. Such was the case in 2017 when the New Patriotic Party won the 2016 elections. As usual, the change of government kicked in the obvious and usual jostling for positions. A plot was hatched in 2017 by some contractors, politicians, and some staff of the Department of Urban Roads to get the president to sack the director of urban roads, Alhaji Dr. Abbas Awolu. This was revealed in a documentary titled Dirty Deals at Urban Roads, Top Officials Exposed in Bribery and Corruption. The documentary was released by the Salis newspaper on YouTube in July 2017. The Salis newspaper was investigating bribery and corruption within the road sector. The plot to get Alhaji Abbas kicked out of office was revealed in the course of investigating two officials of the Department of Urban Roads for being in the habit of taking bribes from contractors. Before the undercover story was published on YouTube, The newspaper had earlier in June 2017 published on its front page with a caption, "Road contractors behind plot to remove urban roads director." In that story published on Wednesday, June 7, 2017, the Salis newspaper reported that some road contractors were alleging, among other things, that under Alhaji Abbas, only roads in NDC strongholds were given upgrades. They further alleged that Alhaji Abbas runs the department as an autocratic leader. The newspaper further stated that former President John Mahama imposed Alhaji Abbas on the department with the exit of one Dr. Dako to the Ministry of Roads. Some of these allegations came up when the Salis was investigating the New Joabin Municipal Director of Roads, Mr. Francis Tosu, for bribery and corruption. He was of the view that Alhaji Abbas had to go because he was a challenge to their deals. He even said that Alhaji Abbas was being protected by the Vice President, Dr. Baumia, just like former President Mahama, because of his northern roots.
Selfish man, I mean, I do country about me. I think about
yes, baby, I'm up on a contract and almost say, you call almost say that the young minister no air on there.
No one can about Intamin Cocoa. We are finding a way of getting him out there. Or just
yeah.
Because if we don't mind, because the man said, Abana, manager, no, someone can a coupon. Only has a question.
Because
oh, seriously, I can say it without fear. No. Because if you are in to protect such person, I will be on it.
A drink, please.
It's okay. No, we're okay.
You're not
sorry, it's a minute if one grana. A friend. I almost say I was there. Military honor. Yes, handing over. Okay.
Mr. Tosu took an amount of 2,000 Ghana cedis from the Salis investigators to help them secure contracts. The investigators paid for his lunch as well. Following this story, 2 petitions were submitted to the local government minister, Hajia Halima Mahama, and the head of the local government service, Dr. Nana Ato Arthur, for investigation and action. Both Francis Tosu, the New Joabin Municipal Director of Roads, and Benjamin Bampo, the Tema Metropolitan Director of Roads, who were caught on tape receiving bribes in separate encounters from the Salis investigators, came under criminal investigations by the Ghana Police Service. Watch how a presidential staffer reveals the 3 big men behind the grand scheme to get the Director of Urban Roads out of office, and how a Deputy Chief of Staff is heavily involved. As the plan to kick Alhaji Abbas out thickened, some party communicators and serial callers were unleashed on radio to mount calls on the president to sack Alhaji Abbas. Behind these communicators and serial callers were some contractors and some politicians who were going to be the ultimate beneficiaries. They alleged that Alhaji Abbas was an NDC man and was going to sabotage the NPP in the area of roads. Sometime in 2017, Edmond Che, a presidential staffer, offered to assist Alhaji Abbas by influencing party communicators and also plead with the Chief of Staff on his behalf so that he is not moved from his position as the director of urban roads.
Yesterday, the information was there. I'm supposed to call me I'm your story, mom. The fact, your brother. If you not take part, I'm more who gained it because you say, go be necessary. But right now, I also want to close them down. The will be because no matter. They should not come at you. It's a good idea. I don't want to say, if you don't look at them, why we go. President office, one of them. Chief of staff is in the left half. Wow, president office on the vehicle. Giving you information, you don't let it come. I'm not kind of say, Mom, worry.
The Salis newspaper got wind of this and went undercover. The first meeting with Edmond Che was at a pub in East Legon, a suburb of Accra. The meeting was to find out how the presidential staffer was hoping to help stop the agenda to get the director of urban roads out. Edmond Che presented his plan. He talks about how to compromise top journalists and some 3 big men with money. He lays down a plan, in his words, to kill the story.
We want to say, the message and normally be a Casaman. Whatever it is, our family. I want to close all, even okay, discuss.
Okay, yeah, I'm so this one can't tell me.
Okay, Friday.
Or something like that.
I don't want to say, and you're picking this here, it will explode.
Yeah, it's true.
We still all the Kumasi stations, every time we are cutting, or more news in it, presenting. Including
some way they may headache power.
That's the information. So, I'm going to year story. I'm family. So, maybe advice it. I'm to Papa or boy, whatever it is. You say they are. Come on, from myself. If you practice on 11:32. Oh, I'm calling.
You ain't a friend. I say, everyone has been cast. And I'm so on tea on camp.
11:32.
Yeah. And I'm brown to see what we took financial, so my emergency meeting to me summer.
Before the catcher, sir. Then you share about me meeting work because I don't want to. You say we later, many contact media.
Okay, because I didn't know. Oh, yeah, man.
Mom would chase come on. Yeah, I start also pushing. You get at the son of the shoot or Bob is son of you have to get answer you never know.
Oh yeah, and I'm just saying about saying this, show you Mati. Then you will
rice, I think seafood with special fried rice. Seafood with special fried rice. On the measure. And you may catch it on the and that's why I catch it on such a time in the credit. Joe Force, carbon and patch. I do have the force from the Eddie. When you pay this to do, so they can't make it. If they put their frame, for a journalist to call and I do 10, there's a story to go into. Oh no, Nim said, look at I'm for Uja, or NDC, or so ever rules. I see the funny journalist in the front. I said, it's a quite do. Story be with whom a radio moon I won't take. I said, only a train. But most guys, I know name, I'll come and sit down, whatever, and then sort you out. The better is kill it. You can't idea more, my yeah. So you don't wait for somebody to push.
Yes, true.
Kill it. So
now the boys in your course, who know better me advice. One say no, another better say. Who know also advice say. Who the casino obra. Now on person, go no name the how the weeks.
Me idea. Come journalist, I'm a head of a book to weeks.
Yeah.
So we will take action quiet comedian there. Don't papa more, go away, talk.
Yeah.
Pennyphobia bear 5,000 for bet some top weights. Young guys and for some other stations, young guys, any media print papers, young guys. In Pabet, 1,000 each. It will rise forever and ever. Because of Coca-Cola, almost here.
Yeah. And you paying for no say more. Yeah, for 5,000.
I need a top penny for.
Yeah.
We not have as much top penny for now. More that should be now.
Yeah.
With the more.
Yeah.
Anytime we do also, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We never so much of it. You keep the name, say, okay, we are about Nipa.
Yeah. Nipa.
Men person among the green massing and midway extra.
Yeah.
Because we look at the champ.
And that is it. Yeah, Nipa.
I won't even say you.
Oh, no, yeah. No one who say, oh, Nipa.
Look at the energy calculation.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good plan.
Media
facility
media platform. Maybe a chronicle, then daily guide myself or Munchie for you.
Thank you.
Kumasi, Accra, any partners up on the fence. When you are Mumu Kumasi, graphic, you read the Kenumu, Umunya, all your other one. Yeah. You will protect him and also defend him all the time. Enter the bed.
Edmond Che told the investigator about how close he is with the chief of staff and one of her deputies. The presidential staffer showed the undercover investigator a video and a picture of the president and a deputy chief of staff, Mr. Asenso Boache, the NPP parliamentary candidate for Bantama constituency, who were out of the country. Edmond Che said he is an errand boy for the deputy chief of staff, and so he listens to him.
So, China no hifa na mimi beti ni Asia.
Mimi ko TV show. TV show Angel TV. So bibi ko pio kana make up make TV show. I was defend it away. That's it. Because we know the years and cycle.
And after TV show na kama na ile from TV show na kama pro na and mimi besha ama huni where they are and organize
by 9 maybe. We are the chief of staff. Not could brief. Say the could be a papa. Yeah. I just don't support him.
Professionals no so
but I've really gone down on him. A bit careful, baby. Maybe permanent nothing. Make sure I do it.
Oh.
I'll show you something. And I'm not going to buy best friend. Seven Bunny. Attention. The person and it's the way you need and more catch, but I'm going to catch my eating. The basic be
only Nando. Nando take care more.
Picture, what's in your mommy? Oh, when the president gets you, the truth by anything nice, I'm so powerful, man, I trust you. The tango.
Wow.
If I'm doing something like a car, maybe a woman is catch it. The killing for a woman, but we did it for you. No, we need.
Oh, so we would have
had a chance on UTV, no, man can answer.
The Salis investigator expressed worry about Kwame Bafo, aka Abronya DC, who was the lead communicator championing the agenda.
If you are not the best person, right? And from the media, chief of staff, also on board, that's a very big position.
There was a second meeting with the presidential staffer, and this time it was at Golden Tulip Hotel in Accra. The purpose of this meeting was to give a cash amount of 6,000 Ghana cedis to the presidential staffer to calm the voices clamoring for the removal of the director of urban roads.
Well, yeah, clear. We have to be in the business. We 3,000. Because me didn't share one side and it will cook the bottom.
Okay. We have 5,000.
Very good.
We have 5,000.
We 5,000.
Edmond Che, a party communicator himself, tells the Salis investigator to advise Alhaji Abbas not to respond to any publication or interview because that would make his defense difficult. He goes ahead to indicate how he prevailed on producers at Angel TV not to discuss a Ghanaian Observer story that was negative for the director of urban roads.
Sure. I mean, the game for long, so yes, I don't know. As I want to defend it. Because I know this is also the cancer say how to defend his own weather.
Well, good defending. Don't know manual for it.
I can't. And as a paper newspaper, normally you feel more agency. So I don't want them to. Oh, yeah, I'm back. That's why I say.
Yeah.
In this second meeting, Abronya DC came up again, obviously for his role as the lead advocate championing the agenda. For the second time, the presidential staffer asked that Abronya should be left for him to handle. He said that was his nature.
But guy, Abronya,
leave it for me. Why?
Sometimes most of because party will be who party now. No, you get it too much. I
don't like it.
Now, also no position. Now, position now, yes, now we say. Banese obi sube buana ubeni opposition obegwa
leave for me.
Me dey come braye e boni bi no dia masa I'm telling you come and support it omo mu ye ni yimbe no ye time no mutane keke onye boni bia
The presidential staffer was obviously not satisfied with the amount he was given and requested for more. He said there were other big men involved in the agenda to get Alhaji Abbas out, and he needed to sort them out too. He said this could only cater for the communicators.
Oh, David, what's up? My food no new what's up? The trust in the now you mean 5,000. Now the amount you pay for 1,000 with the Nti in about 6,000. Design a time and running to no Katrina. She was 25,000. I'm from
The presidential staffer assured he was going to get the work done.
See how to move about things, because I know you are news coming. My mouth will be monitor, but when you inquire, I want to be here.
It's true, it's true.
I was just monitoring the big tip of Africa. When I was if we had I could do no money. Let me sell it. That's how we are in it. I was trying people. Man and country,
After this meeting, the attacks on Alhaji Abbas from the party communicators and serial callers on radio even heightened. It became clear that Edmond Chey was a fly in the storm.
And there was the need to see the big man himself.
President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFFO ADDO.
I've said it and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in government.
Assembly riba, assembly riba, assembly riba, oh, oniaba, ujnabia, oh, he.
Anyone who wants to tackle corruption must be willing to go all the way. There are no shortcuts. Ghana has taken a number of encouraging steps over the last 28 years since the beginning of the Fourth Republic to curb corruption. Among many other policy initiatives is the establishment of a Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ. The Commission is charged with investigating all instances of alleged and suspected corruption and the misappropriation of public funds by officials. Following numerous allegations of corruption leveled against some appointees of the erstwhile NDC administration in 2013, the government then initiated a policy to help appointees avoid situations that would put them in a seeming situation of conflict of interest, hence guarding against corruption. This led to the publication of the Code of Ethics for Government Appointees in 2013.
The President, Mr. John Mahama, has spelled out the Code of Ethics for Ministers of State, Deputy Ministers of State and other political appointees. At the core is the call for political appointees to make national interest paramount when conducting government business.
The orientation and the manual on Code of Ethics mutually reinforce each other and provide an opportunity for us to sharpen our delivery capabilities by doing what is right and doing things right at the right time and at all times.
The Code of Ethics was primarily to be the go-to document to enable officials know and anticipate any situation that could compromise a public official. After initiating this policy, Mr. Mahama himself was subjected to his own standards when, in rare instances, a certain president was alleged to have taken Ford Explorer 4-wheel vehicle from a Burkinabe contractor for award of a contract.
A complaint was made against me by two individuals, and Traj wrote to me and detailed various issues that they wanted answered.
And so together with my lawyers, we answered those questions.
In the run-up to the 2016 election, then candidate and now President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFFO ADDO, gave the strongest indication that persons who see service in government as an avenue for making money will have no place in his government should he become president. Their proper place, he said, was the private sector.
I've said it and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming into this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in government.
This statement won the hearts of many and sent a strong challenge to the incumbent president John Dramani Mahama. In December 2019, President AKUFFO ADDO, while interacting with the media in the Jubilee House, reiterated his unblemished record for never taking a bribe or being corrupt. He said that was not part of his arrangement.
I continue to say that I am not corrupt. I have not been corrupt. I'm not taking any money from anybody to give anybody any contract. It's not part of my arrangement. And I am not presiding over a government of family and friends.
The promise to fight corruption was the second most important campaign promise by candidate AKUFFO ADDO, apart from free SHS.
I am disgusted with the cavalier attitudes towards corruption in public life. I believe that the everyday petty and oppressive corrupt practices that blight the lives of men of ordinary Ghanaians will disappear if high government officials are seen to be persons of integrity. That is the quality of governance, a government of integrity I'm offering the people of Ghana.
So important was the subject that he promised to bring to the presidency an unblemished record of personal integrity and fortitude. He indicated in the strongest terms the need for the fight against corruption to begin with an incorruptible leader. Adding to the litany of prescriptions to sustain the corruption fight, the New Patriotic Party promised to fight corruption with a number of proposals. The topmost of them was the establishment of the Office of Special Prosecutor to handle all corruption-related matters, including bribery. This has been achieved, albeit with much desired office.
The response of the New Patriotic Party to this demand was inter alia to pledge in its manifesto for the 2016 general elections the establishment of the Office of Special Prosecutor, an independent, non-partisan body with the relevant professional capability to lead the fight and hold public officials, past and present, accountable for their stewardship of public finances.
Another attractive idea to fight corruption was when at an IEA presidential debate, candidate AKUFFO ADDO said he was going to adopt an undercover approach to exposing corruption.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have specifically mentioned corruption within the taxation system. What exactly will you do to stamp this out?
The measures are going to be difficult, but there have to be a variety of them, including what I call the ANAS principle, setting up highly motivated professional groups of young people who will work, if you like, as it were, undercover to unearth examples of corruption wherever they can find it, and thereby allow the authority to deal with the issue. Because not only do you unearth the corruption, but you actually deal with it in terms of sending people to court, prosecuting them. Hopefully the courts will cooperate and make sure that the offenders are found guilty and sanctions appropriately enforced. So a variety of measures, but a key one is the ANAS principle, as well as, of course, what you do to securize those who are in the tax collecting agencies.
It is obviously clear the impact all of these sweetheart talks about fighting corruption has had. As it became obviously clear that losing his job was imminent, the Director of Urban Roads, Alhaji Dr. Abbas, sent a delegation to see the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFFO ADDO. They were led to the President by Ghana's ambassador to the United States, Dr. AJ Bewua. In his company were a woman and a man who were introduced as wife and brother of the Director of Urban Roads. According to Ambassador J. Bewua, he was leading them on behalf of Madam Amabuzia, President, that the meeting was the first business of the day.
Transport Ministry. This is the opposite of the highway.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then civil servants or more efforts and kind.
And then once we are this month, we have realized that I am
I see. Okay.
They're meeting the wrong people all the time.
And of course, the first business is the number child
The meeting was in the private residence of the President in Nima to plead for clemency and to state his side of the allegations being leveled against him by the party communicators and a section of the media. They explained their mission in detail while denying the allegations of partisan leanings against the Director of Urban Roads. The President took notes in his diary while he explained their mission.
Yeah. I'm so excited, I don't even know what to say. If I told me brain, I didn't buy it, I'll let him do that.
Yeah, Nana. It was a maybe. Mini the Tana Canal de Moa. Yes, yeah, Mama Buzia Fee. Mitro videos be our training and military for into Your Excellency and the pay by your chronoble a larger bus and since we are in a month for Hana, see a new office or your politics, and so on your politics office or a civil servant. On the Bonabia or hot dance, and so turn a month for time. I almost say a begin Africa. Say, Yamra, and the power to man, and can cry a woman chill. Now, the good to be every form. Now, time more time or no, one more a year.
He gave an amount of $40,000 US concealed in a brown envelope on behalf of the Director of Urban Roads to the President. Ambassador AJ Bewua, seeing that the President was writing at the time, took the money from the man and handed it over to the President. President AKUFFO ADDO received the money with both hands while beaming with smiles.
Or need the hour you are betting me $40,000 in your family and the good to do from good position the manual almost science from a dam.
Okay.
To put a name on the money, President AKUFFO ADDO requested to have one. The woman asked her brother whose name to give the President. She spoke in Dagbani. She offered to give her name and spells it out for the President, who gladly writes it out in his diary.
So I need to have a name.
What time you live here?
Yeah.
How's your Fauzia?
Fauzia.
S-A-W-Z-I.
Money has changed hands. The atmosphere is now less tensed and familiarity has been established. It is indeed a small world.
The new chief will come back. Great friend.
Okay, Bismarck. Oh, he's my uncle.
He's your uncle?
Yes. Bismarck.
He's my good friend. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you very much for having us.
No problem.
After this meeting and the subsequent exchange of $40,000, the incessant calls for the removal of Alhaji Dr. Abbas Awolo from office ceased, and Alhaji Abbas continues to be the director of urban roads to date. At a media encounter in 2018, President Akufo Addo told journalists that his administration will require watertight evidence of corruption against his appointees before any action can be taken.
A lot of allegations in our country about people in office, many of them when you probe turn out not to be the case. If we had to go along with all the allegations, we'd have a plethora of cases, many of them the courts would not support. So the statement that I have made, all kinds of allegations have come to my notice and come to the notice of my government, and there are thorough investigations going forward. That I will not accept prosecutions being brought just in order to satisfy the appetite of people that people should be prosecuted. They're going to be brought because they have been well documented, well researched, well documented. There's strong evidence of wrongdoing which a court of law can reliably use to convict people.
We provide the unedited video of the meeting between the president, the woman, and Ghana's ambassador to the United States of America. Thank you for your attention. God bless Ghana. For Bantama constituency who were out of the country. Edmond Chase said he is an errand boy for the deputy chief of staff, and so he listens to him.
So, China no he kana ni ngati nyasha. Ni
Chama ko TV show. Ko TV show Angel TV. So bibi ko pio kana make up so TV show. I was spend it away. That's it. Cause we know the years exactly.
Actually, after TV show, the time when I go from TV show, na kama pro na and the meaning be I know who we are there. The organization by
9 maybe. We are the chief of staff. Now could be free. Say the could be a papa. Yeah. I just don't support him.
The president is now on so
but I've really gone down on him. Maybe permanent is nothing. Make sure I do. Oh.
This is the first part of the video I so that you can appreciate the background of the story. Because he bought a video of Akufo Addo taking money in isolation. Then fake video nobody can release, can confuse you. But your person who say video is authentic, and that is why we are giving you the background. Alhaji Abbas Iwulu no, or ye urban roads director, John Mahama Nefane Juma. Ye two abamo mampenye Akufo Addo be ye mampenye wie ye no. And a MPP for so ye NDC ninti ye mpamono. Communicators see way stories ni na we've shown you. And a MPP communicator ye friend Edmond Chea or ye Asenso Boache deputy chief of staff personal assistant. Eko hu papa ne nkrofo say metumi akele story na mamo. Na MPP for ebo machi say papa ye NDC ninti ye mpamono no. Muma misikana me chechema journalists ni MPP communicators are a foolish case. This is the reason why in Tia Sasika Tuyani na Baso. This is the reason why in Tia you come on and pay AKUFFO ADDO Sika. It is not about party t-shirts, it is not about party donation. The tape I dear Mamua. Ebimwa who said this is a foolish case, you know, that tape is fake. Now that you have seen the background, you have seen the facts. MPP4 cannot dispute any of these facts. Said they did not try to kick out Dr. Abbas, Urban's Rules Director. Investigations, petitions, they cannot deny these things happened in Ghana. The media is aware. So the background to this story is not in doubt. So now, Yenshe Hejia Forziano. Even in the MPP doctor tape, she's inside. She mentioned her name. Hejia Forzia is the second wife of Alhaji Abbas. Now, Omopesobo Pamono as Director of Urban Rules. So watch this authentic video, which the MPP is trying to conceal from you. Watch this video. Now, Wankasa Judge.
Became obviously clear that losing his job was imminent. The Director of Urban Roads, Alhaji Dr. Abbas, sent a delegation to see the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa AKUFFO ADDO. They were led to the President by Ghana's ambassador to the United States, Dr. A.J. Bewa. In his company were a woman and a man who were introduced as wife and brother of the Director of Urban Roads. According to Ambassador J. Bewa, he was leading them on behalf of Madam Amabuzia, President, that the meeting was the first business of the day.
Transport Ministry.
Department of Urban Roads, we are the Ministry of Transport.
This is the opposite of the highway.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then civil servants, more efforts and kind.
And then once we are the small, so we have realized that they are they're making the wrong people on it.
And of course, the first business is not the child,
The meeting was in the private residence of the President in Nima to plead for clemency and to state his side of the allegations being leveled against him by the party communicators and a section of the media. They explained their mission in detail while denying the allegations of partisan leanings against the Director of Urban Roads. The President took notes in his diary while he explained their mission.
Yeah. I'm so excited, I don't even know what to say. If I told me brain, and then maybe I'll let him do that.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, maybe. Nini Lieutenant Colonel Damoa, yes, Mama Buziafi, Mitro videos be our training and military for into Your Excellency and the pay by your chronobonia, a large Abbas, and since we are Chinam. Among for Hana, you office or your politics, and so on your politics office or a civil servants. On the Bonibia or hot dance, and so turn a man for time. I almost say a begin Africa. Say, Yamra, and the power Choman, and can cry a woman chill. Now, they could be every form. Now, time more time or no, one more a year.
He gave an amount of $40,000 US concealed in a brown envelope on behalf of the Director of Urban Roads to the President. Ambassador A.J. Bewa, seeing that the President was writing at the time, took the money from the man and handed it over to the President. President Akufo Addo received the money with both hands while beaming with smiles. To put a name on the money, President Akufo Addo requested to have one. The woman asked her brother whose name to give the president. She spoke in Dagbani. She offered to give her name and spells it out for the president, who gladly writes it out in his diary.
So I need to have a name.
So when you live here? How's your Fauzia?
Fauzia.
Money has changed hands. The atmosphere is now less.
We a Philly Gadochi. We a smoking gun. This is indisputable evidence. Echinye jebia nim unyamiapa omampenye Akufo Addo hontoma. Look, omampenye Akufo Addo bedi omampenyi Independence Square, 7th January 2017. I am man afna se onswan so omampenyi. Ode ne saba ko ne so muswan ye. But a buy bribe no. Na ni brisika no nim bribe ji enti ode ne sam mienu ena je bribe no. Ode on saba ko swan afna. I swear solemnly to do da on saba ko. E do bribe dia on sam mienu. On sam mienu. Waje bribe na wo book wa, waje bribe na o tregum. I mean, what kind of president is this? And you think that we are zombies? And you can go and doctor a tape. Now one can say what the Bible and now the Bible has some foolish case. Number one, NDC near Mabon because he will tape. This tape is on YouTube. You can go and watch it. It's 40 minutes documentary. Salis newspaper that they buy. This guy works with Anas. And I'll tell you something about this guy and the death of Ameswali. But listen, in the tape you just listened, both in this authentic one and in the fake one, President Akufo Addo jitu muse onim abrantiana okasa or record tape no. They are not all kasa o mampenye Akufo Addo ho no. A obo amane no. On a record tape no because na nima amamubi na nsankwa na ebam. Now odika ga cho mampenyi se o mampenyi kai se mene Colonel Damwa. Colonel Damwa is the current commissioner of Ghana Revenue Authority. Mene ni be shia o baby be di nkomo about military base bi ni de keka ho. And o mampenyi jitu mu se ampa minimo. So number one, this recording was not done by the NDC. No NDC person can have access to President Akufo Addo's Nima residence, access to his private office, not to talk of an opportunity to record him. The guy who recorded him, who is also called Swally, or your MPP ni, no only Canada, Japan, and only omo into question muntem. And that he recorded this tape at the time one, no only MPP for that's what you. That is why Otimi call Amabuzi Aho. A call US Ghana ambassador to US, Dr. Bauwa or Eje Bauwa. No mutimi di na nim e de hejia Fauzia ni kunu eni Alhaji Abbas e be chia o mampenyi Akufo Addo. So NDC anyway mu, that's number one. Number two, o mampenyi Akufo Addo nim no ojitu mu so nim no we share on Colonel Damwa, now commissioner of GRA. Number three, there is nothing like party t-shirts. Say you better na party t-shirt there we draw mampenyi Akufo Addo fia houseboys na beje. What the party t-shirt you come mampenyi Akufo Addo no patututu? No. Party t-shirt one send nim. It is just a matter of calling any of his errand boys in his house. Oh, be the party t-shirt. No way. Utie tape na the oba man no because the way authentic in it, you know. ba wu ade di kan ka se me de maame na be chia on ka party t-shirt asem na maame no ye bisa na so mo amane o so o mini be de meka me ni abrantie na ba nti me person no be kasa ma me abrantie ne kasa no e no kire mu se Elijah Abbas amanfo di nani se oye NDC ni oye politics ono so oye civil servant oye politician nti o se ni ko to dwegufo be pa wa chew omo so on fa sika mbre o se sika wo nyina $40,000 we nye campaign money. This was when President Akufo Addo was president. On your president, why were they calling him His Excellency? What will opposition leader your friend His Excellency da? On your president, why will Elijah Abbas, urban road director, go and see him say, Bomi Kunu buying opposition leader, obet me about urban road director, and who buying Ewo John Mahama Baimu. John Mahama Baimu, it is John Mahama na president. Yet urban road director who opposition leaders or who buy. Are we children? This was when President Akufo Addo was president. He was already president. President Akufo Addo, urban roads, Ministry of Transport. Yeah, he was president. Sikaya de command no ye chere say J na protect it. Eye Alhaji Dr. Abbas Iwulu. Di na yasa Abbas. Awulu, sorry. Now, what is the evidence that says we a true authentic video? Papa ya yebodi din Alhaji Dr. Abbas Awului. He is the only John Mahama appointee. TME. Impenyumfo John Mahama di omoto to adwuma kese ano no. Papa wenku ani penyimu a. That's the urban roads director Akufo Addo nyampamo no. Is it a mere coincidence? Obi a John Mahama na adwuma. The same urban road director almost John Mahama Ghost Road Projects. Cocoa Road Project kwa inflating no. Anka by now ya pamuni all other CEOs, all other director generals ya pamu obi ya pamu. Why is this man still at post? He is the current urban road director. When obi a John Mahama management Akufo Addo maintaining no. It's because he paid bribe, not just this $40,000. MPP Free said this is the only tape we have. They should wait. They will see more. Omampenye Akufo Addo sika wa je adamudie Ghana sika wa wia no. On se ho dance ye ba. Matena midu. Na we twetwe me ya we pa hontoma. O se Japan wa wia Ghana sika 240 billion. E de amaka no fori atade gabi o cheda ko. Okoka wo su beku no. O se wo hu se we are almost all your strabofo, but you are the most corrupt president in Ghana's history. Dia odi ama matena midu. So Omampenye Akufo Addo eye kata hye krono ne proyemu Pramre wo mame, mother serpent of corruption. Obaye PDS, PPA, all the corruption scandals. Sika bo wia. Na mu fi say yenya evidence da. On say na de evidence aba. So abusuafo in the authentic video amane no mo boy no party t-shirt nka ho. In the authentic video sika fake video na MPP for the buy no kra no. Almost say, oh, yeah, the 40,000 we never buy. Dollars no more edit here film. Go and watch the fake video. It's about 6 minutes. They only say 40,000. But in the authentic, they say $40,000. Obi so $40,000 sha. So I'm not feeling about your man penny. No nisika. Into the nisam you know or jeateneka. Watonton ne papeja padia ye campaign. Into pesika. Watonton edge nisika. Abusuafo. This is a clear evidence. Don't let anybody deceive you. Say, this tape is doctored. Nobody in Ghana, no, or the party t-shirt, me NDC, party t-shirt will be na the chairman. Nipa be bra me party t-shirt. Why na the party t-shirt to come a politician or the secret camera be and one recorder? Why na be yesa? Now what you put tape now for 4 years? You know what? The Swali guy fell out with Kennedy Japan. Did this to President Akufo Addo. When they heard his surname as Swali, they thought it was Ahmed Swali who works with Anas. This is how Ahmed Swali died. Mistaken identity. They needed to neutralize the one who did this recording. And this recording has been in existence for years, since 2017. So let nobody deceive you. Maybe I know producer, Bob baby, I know Omampenye Akufo Addo Jessica no bo mame. Bo near her say ya bomame. Bo.
He gave an amount of $40,000 concealed in a brown envelope on behalf of the Director of Urban Roads to the President. Ambassador Ejay Bewa, seeing that the President was writing at the time, took the money from the man and handed it over to the President. President AKUFFO ADDO received the money with both hands while beaming with smiles. To put a name on the money, President Akufo ADDO requested to have one. The woman asked her brother whose name to give the president. She spoke in Dagbani. She offered to give her name and spells it out for the president, who gladly writes it out in his diary.
So I need to have a name. I really want to have a name.
So when you live here?
Yeah.
How's your Fauzia?
Fauzia.
S-A-W-Z-I.
Money has changed hands. The atmosphere is now less tensed and familiarity has been established. It is indeed a small world.
The new chief member,
and you know, say, after say, Fauzia, Hejia Fauzia, or Alhaji Dr. Abbas, Urban Roads Director, appointed by President Mahama. Ejina ni kuna nemu, edi sika we komo mampenye Akufo ADDO no. And a deda na MPP communicators like Abronya mo yese yem pamo papa no yen disini no ni nyina sizi ye. Who could have stopped them? Order from above. The MPP ni bien ni wakasati ya papa ni bien. How did an NDC appointee all of a sudden become the lover boy of the MPP? How? Hejia Fauzia Obia wonimi ni bia nim no otegana ha. Oye Dr. Abbas, Urban Roads Director ya, na MPP for person mo permanent the second wife. It is all no. And I call record o mampenye Akufo ADDO. Abrawa man the t-shirts. And our doctor say o man the bribe wa. Nka ye nche no. Ebie mami onya contractor. No wakoma mampenye Akufo ADDO sika say o man adwuma. Onye business woman bia no wakoma mami o mampenye Akufo ADDO say o man ni bibi. Ni kunu hu na ache no. Ena waba o mampenye Akufo ADDO. Ena wo say wo cry ta send lu sika ba wunya. Ne mo me na de ya ba ho. Ye pese ye pamu mi kunu. Boa no kotodwegu from. Sika ye de ba ye ni. Ena mampenye Akufo ADDO age. Ena mpampa weja no wo ho. It is clear. Let no one deceive you. The first step is fake, it is doctored, it is fraudulent, and that is why our MPP for Ankasa and Omwa de Baye no. This is the authentic one on Mpesobi. Abusiafo, way on 7th December when you pick your ballot paper. These are the things that was go through your mind. If you love Ghana as a responsible citizen, if you care for the next generation, I will name Sabato Wunsunswa. When was over now, they are to Abapa. President or Bribes, left, right, center. Nebusian for Adio Mayor Japadian Nafa, no more fum yesika, or more fum ye Japadiano. They don't deserve 4 more years. And Rebecca says, oh, Sikano Muriano, how is it affecting us? 240 billion. Gabi Ochedako, and Kenuforia to Mawia. Gabi is a lawyer, Onya Yakodema court. Makasa won't even court because on him say under Japa, yet yes, Sikanamano. An illegal, unconstitutional deal. Adayo Mampinyo Akufo ADDO Maminyaba. Where is the money? Yajisika, PPA, look at the money, monies they have stolen and all that. PDS, over 1 billion Ghana cedis. Look at the money they have stolen. Enunti ena okwanya say aban nya sika meyeye. Enunti ena wunya hospital papa wo baby awufri. Enunti ena wunya school papa wo baby awufri. Enunti na wunya adwuma nya ohwo kire enunti na sika eni wubotum. It is because you are stealing the taxpayers' money. Ghana sika was here the mpuntu nyuma de nya so mfaso no omuwia. So come 7th December, let us kick out this corrupt bribe taker, the mother serpent of corruption, President AKUFFO ADDO, and vote number 2 for John Dramani Mahama. Unyamisha munyina na what you say na yebeshia.
And this simia was
how far God has brought me, saved me, delivered me from death. And I just want to say thank you.
Happened. The former Bank of Ghana MD, Ransford Sowa, he was there. He retired like 2 months or 3 months ago. He also needs to answer questions. Ransford Sowa has to answer questions because it was under his leadership when this happened. We are talking about Ghana's money, $10 billion going to unknown destination. And nobody's saying anything. And these same people are mounting platforms to tell Ghanaians we should give them another 4 years. Now, the trick here is, if we don't vote against these people to get them out of money, out of power, we can never discover this money. Because what they are going to do is, they are going to cover it. Now, if we vote against AKUFFO ADDO, kick him out of office, we will find out who took this $10 billion. That is why it is very important that going into this election, we have to be vigilant. We have to, because these people are trained criminals. And it is no more a joke. This is crazy. If you're a Ghanaian and because of party politics or tribalism, you think it is against party A or party. No, this is against the system. These people are sucking us dry. For crying out loud, we're talking about 52 billion Ghana cedis, $10 billion. I didn't write this report. It is the Auditor General. He went in there and he couldn't find it. Kevin Taylor did not write this. So you cannot attack Kevin Taylor. You have to attack the Auditor General and ask him, has he gotten the money? Did they get the response from the Ghana Commercial Bank? Because the money we're talking about is your money, is my money. Our mothers, yes, sisters, young brothers, no more. They're chasing them around. A Bosio kind magazine. People they are chasing our oil money. These are the monies. And individuals, because they think they are greedy, use this money through their banks. $10 billion. $10 billion. And this person comes to you, vote for me again. Ken Oforiatta say, vote for AKUFFO ADDO again. What do you want again to know that these people are not supposed to be where they are? And that we need to chase our money. How do we chase this money? It's voting them out and bringing them to come and answer where the money is. You can't tell me $10 billion just got wings and flew away. It is not possible. It is not possible. In the next 24 hours, the Auditor General should come out. The Auditor General should come out. Ken Oforiatta, the Finance Ministry, should publish all the subscribers. Let us see who they are. They are lying to us every day. Every single day, these people lie to us. Just Saturday, they banned Ghana Commercial Bank because they know the information is out. Kevin Taylor has access to it. So they had to ban Ghana Commercial Bank to come up with an excuse. I don't care. And you are talking about 10 billion. Are you going to come tell me you banned 10 billion last Saturday? That is why they set Ghana Commercial Bank on fire. These people are grand criminals. They are dangerous. And they are dangerous for our democracy. Ken Ofori-Atta, AKUFFO ADDO, they are dangerous people. You go to Bank of Ghana because you knew I was coming to ask this question. You're asking the Auditor General tomorrow. Tomorrow, we need answers from the Auditor General. We need a press conference pushing the Auditor General to tell us if Ghana Commercial Bank has told them in that 2 weeks they gave them from October 5th where the money is. Unknown destination cannot take $10 billion. AKUFFO ADDO, AKUFFO ADDO is corrupt. He's dangerous. Unknown destination cannot take $10 billion. $10 billion. Jesus Christ. What kind of country are we living in right now? What kind of country are we living in right now? $10 billion? And nobody sees anything wrong with it? And I'll publish this document for everybody to have access to. Ask the questions. Tomorrow, I'll make sure every media person gets it in Ghana. Speak on the issue. We are talking about our 10 billion, 52 billion Ghana cedis. Unknown destination. What is unknown destination? Since 5th October, 2 weeks, they were supposed to respond to the Auditor General 23rd of October. We are on the 30th of November. Why hasn't the Auditor General told us anything? If they have responded, let us see that letter they responded and where the money is. If they haven't, why haven't the Auditor General or hasn't the Auditor General surcharged them? Why are we doing this to ourselves? And this same person will come, stand in front of you and say, vote for me. Vote for me. Give me 4 more years. You know what these people can do? These people have to go to jail. These people have to go to jail. And they say, vote for me again. Vote for me again. Out of stupidity, we also vote. We're not supposed to do that again. This is the time we need to make that drastic change. It is very important for our younger kids. If an individual, a whole one government, within 8 months can take $10 billion to unknown destination, do you know what they can do if you give them 4 more years they think is their last 4 years? Do you know what AKUFFO ADDO can do with the next 4 years? This is the first 4 years he's not even sure he'll win. He's taking $10 billion to unknown destination as we speak. It is my money, it is your money. Oma amenoti a jomna ya insuo burna ya jina income tax. Oma omutia petrol. Oma omuko airport. Abosio kanfo. Omu boges omu yi omu nyoma. Taxes ya omu port. Omu magazine. Taxes ya omu port. Our petroleum taxes. The taxes we are taking every day. Nipa back off for $10 billion to a non-destination. We are sitting here. Or just gonna not fat through his bank, data bank. He gets 3%. He comes back and tells us, oh, our bonds have been oversubscribed. Who are those people? Let us see. Publish them because it is our money. And these are simple questions. Ken Ofori-Atta is dangerous. Former Fanana is a dangerous thing for Ghana. If you think I'm joking, my friend, this is not a joke. I was talking to some foreign media guys here this afternoon. I was discussing this. They're like, Jesus Christ, are Ghanaians going to give this government another 4 years? I said, I don't know. Abrafuna were shocked. When I said 10 billion, they said, I'm kidding. I said, no, these are the figures. Look at it. Like, Ghana has 10 billion and it is gone and nobody cares? I said, yeah. And he said, what? I said, yeah. This is the problem we have today. Nobody cares. Adenja, because it is AKUFFO ADDO who is president. Because Akanina is president. Because just say, that is the problem we have in Ghana today. That is our problem. So if you are watching me right now and you are not sad, and you are not sad in your heart, and you want to give AKUFFO ADDO 4 more years, you know the damage ahead of you. God will not even forgive you. I'm telling you, this is dangerous for our democracy and our future generation. $10 billion. So 2 people we need answers from. Ken Ofori-Atta should publish all the subscribers. Oversubscribe. What divert unknown destination and also the bonds. And we are paying this guy our money and he's using our money to take money from us. The Auditor General should come out tomorrow. They should prove me wrong. I'm putting my credibility on the line and come and say I'm lying, and that all the documents, the person who signed everything is a lie. We are in a very difficult position, Ghanaians. There's no politics again. This is a rescue mission. This is a rescue mission. It's not about party again. It's about saving the soul of this nation. It is about saving Ghana.